Hi everyone, we have a bit of a special video today because this is the 29th of July, which means it's our 1 year anniversary. Of actually since we physically met. This video is special because we're in a long distance relationship most of the time, and what that means is I live in Australia and study media production, whereas Amalia lives in England and studies biology at Oxford. And it's very smart, it's much smarter than I am. Yeah, so the thing is, because we're in a long distance relationship most of the time, out of that entire year, we spent a grand total of 55 days together. And out of those, 37 of them were on this current trip you've been following. So it's not nearly as much time together as we even remotely like. But the important bit is, today is 1 year since I first met you in Paris.
Yes.
I was actually in France for a little filming project I was doing with my university, with a group of other people. And we just had one free day in Paris, at 2 free days in Paris at the end of it. It was only one proper day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 2 nights in Paris, and you managed to time it. You were over in England at the time, so you came down for the weekend, and we finally got to meet up. Ta-da! Okay. I just remember the day we met. I was so nervous.
He was. You were shaking.
I was shaking. I arrived at their apartment that they were renting, and asked the reception. They sent me up to the door. I was standing outside the door. I just had this piece of paper that said this is their room number, and I just remember knocking, and I opened it, and you were on the other side, just smiling. Yeah, just. I just remember you just leaped around and hugged me tighter than I've been hugged before, and. Okay. And then you offered me a quiche.
I did. He didn't want the quiche. Because he'd been in a bus all morning without breakfast, and I thought he must be hungry, so I'm gonna buy him some quiche.
I'd literally been eating the entire bus trip.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me that.
And also, I was just so nervous I couldn't eat anything, and I could barely say anything because I was so nervous that anything I said was going to be wrong, and just I wasn't going to live up to my expectations that I'd built up, because we'd known each other online 3 years, and we both knew before we met that if we did meet, we'd be in a relationship together. That I didn't want that first moment to go wrong, but it didn't.
It didn't.
We're still here 1 year later.
Except for the fact I was really nervous and didn't eat the quiche. Well, that's fine. It went alright.
It went alright.
I was nervous before you got there.
Yeah.
And then I had an omelette, and then I went home and I brushed my teeth and I read, and then I was like, it's gonna be fine. And then you show up and you're going like, ah!
What was I going to say? Oh, just...
We're dancing. Sorry.
Do you remember our first kiss?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
I kissed your cheek first and then you kissed me.
Yeah. I just remember you said, we were sitting in the subway platform, like just after we'd left your apartment, we were just going to go for a walk. I know it wasn't the most romantic place for a first kiss.
That was not in the subway.
It was. Yeah.
No, it was in the gardens.
Oh, was it where we sat down in the garden? I swear you
don't
kissed me
remember.
there. I swear you kissed me there.
I didn't. You wanted to, but I was like, no.
Oh, okay. So we just...
You're like, you can't even remember it.
No. Uh-oh.
You're in trouble now.
I remember this one.
Good. It was like 5 seconds ago.
That was your
kissed
eye.
my eye. Yeah, that was a bit weird, but that's fine. That's fine.
That's fine. Hi, me again. Just wanted to say we talked more about it over dinner, and yeah, the first kiss was in the gardens in front of the Louvre. What I was remembering was the first time we held hands, which after 3 years of just knowing each other online and never seeing each other, is actually also a very momentous occasion for me, so that's what I remembered. What I was going to say is, I remember what actually happened, not where it was though, is I remember you kissed my cheek and said, I've wanted to do that.
Which cheek?
Left cheek.
Ah, you knew.
Yeah, you were sitting on that side of me.
Well done.
So you kissed my cheek and said, I wanted to do that since you met. And then I just kissed you back, and it was like...
Yay.
And we had, what, the rest of that evening, and then another full day in Paris, and then at the start of this year we had 16 days to travel Australia.
Yeah. Well, one part.
Yeah, some part of Australia, just went for a little driving holiday, and then this trip.
Whee.
And that's our year together.
Yeah. 3 trips. Well,
It's always summer when we're together.
it is.
That's us in a nutshell. And we'll go back to regular videos soon. I think the next one is Venice, which is like a week ago.
What kind of nut?
Pistachio.
I like pistachio. Or hazelnuts.
Do pistachios even come in a nutshell?
Yeah, they go in a shell. I'm not sure if it's called technically a nutshell, but it's like a thing you have to open it and it opens and the pistachio inside.
Okay.
It's true.
Alright, I think we'll have
That's
to leave
fine.
it there. We'll leave it there.
Pistachio nutshell.
Leave it with pistachio nutshells. Bye.